Alright, so a little bit of a two-in-one here. This is not a guide, just the weapon ranges and how you can do Moonlord Ultra with 0 base pals. Or Moonlord Master rather, I'm going to keep on doing that. With 0 base pals, just feels a little bit cheesy, kind of like what I mentioned with the Xenolod Ultra fight, that I prefer to kind of stay in the base and fight the boss. Like Xenolod Ultra, you could fly out and he would just keep on attacking the pal box forever. It's kind of the same thing with Moonlord here. You will see that you just fly straight up in the air or away from the base, and he will just attack the PAL box, but he doesn't deal any damage to the PAL box, not like Libro used to do where she would just destroy the base. So just mixing in my multi-guided missile launchers from the Chopper Clear video a while back, finally found a use for them again. So as mentioned, it's not a guide, this is just something you can do, and I didn't want to spend like 8 minutes doing this video, because I wasn't really interested in doing a solo Moonlord Master fight really. But what you start off with is this multi-guided missile launcher. You can just use one, it's fine. I'm just using a lot because it's fun. So just focus the eye, but then the homing launcher the effect kind of stops working against the hands. It will keep on focusing the eye in the middle. So then you switch in the charge rifle. So there are a couple of weapons that you can use for this to stay out of range for Moonlord Master, which is what we're going to focus on the second part of the video. So you can see there I was just still inside range to take aggro. We got this little eye looking at me at the bottom of the screen. It turns away. That means you can now go back and sort of try to be just outside the range. If you look at the range of these weapons here, the gray damage penalty is this 50% damage reduction they get when they are outside a certain range. And then you have the max range, which isn't super interesting for the weapons that do get this 50% damage bonus. But you can see that the multi-guided missile launcher, and that's just true for the guided missile launcher as well, it's included in there, have a really long range. Then we have the charge rifle with a decent range there and no gray damage on those two. Plasma cannon also no gray damage, and rocket launcher also no gray damage at all. Then you get the laser gatling gun, which has a really big like maximum range. But the gray damage range isn't huge. It is 60, which is decent, but it's a lot lower than the 200 max range it does have. Then the advanced bow got this little buff in the end of Faebreak, I feel, that was 50% longer range than the other bows and arrows, which all have the same maximum range. And then we got these sort of assault rifles. So the musket, semi-auto, all of those have the same stat as the assault rifle there. So you can see just a lot of the weapons just kind of steal each other's stats and end up on almost exactly the same thing. They were around 100 and then 30 as the gray damage factor. Handguns and revolvers a little bit shorter. And then the overheat rifle actually has a very short range. It's pretty much a shotgun. Just 1 or 2 meters more on the max range and the gray damage there. So not really great range, just huge DPS on it. So I would suggest just kind of plasma cannon, charge rifle, and multi-guided if you want to do this Moonlord thing. So thanks for watching.